Good morning, I'm Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Going to spend some time talking to you about you and your business. Glad to be here. Glad to be able to talk to you. Glad to have Lance Malone in, my fellow ACU Wildcat, and we both wore our appropriate purple today. Yeah, our moms must have called each other and coordinated our clothing.
Oh, I planned that.
Oh, very good, very good. So Lance Malone's with a great company called Standard Supply. They do a phenomenal job at helping companies in the air conditioning arena, the whole heating and air conditioning arena. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that story and then introduce your guest for us today? And don't forget to throw in your website
sure,
as
Kevin.
well.
Be happy to do that. Thanks. Standard Supply is a distributor, and what we do is we inventory products from great manufacturers all over the world so that when our great customers, who are the best contractors in Texas, need to come into your home and business to fix an air conditioning problem or a heating problem or a refrigeration problem, we have the stuff they need so they can take care of you. And we've been doing that since 1946.
Yeah.
You can find out a lot about Standard Supply at ssdhvac.com.
Very good. And your guest today?
Yes, we're excited today to have two guests. We've got Brian and Robert Gesner, and they're with Prestige Heating and Air, and you can find out more about them at prestige-ac.com. That's prestige-ac.com. Welcome to the program, guys.
Thank you very much.
Glad to have you on. Why don't you start off with your elevator speech, Brian? You say you're meeting someone for the first time. You're giving your 30-second spill or 60-second spill. What would that look like?
Well, we are Prestige Heating and Air Conditioning, and we like to believe that we are one of the top echelon companies in Houston, but without the top price. We are a family-owned company. My brother and I basically run the company together, and we've been in the industry our entire lives. We started out with our father back when we were at age 8, 9, and 10, climbing around in attics and doing all of his little dirty work for him, and we have escalated through the business, and I eventually started my business, Prestige, back in 2008, and we have hit the market strong and really just made quite an impact.
Is your dad still in the business?
He is still in the business. He decided to stay a little small. We wanted to take care of a little bigger market, so we decided to branch off and do our own thing.
Cool. Lance?
Outstanding. So, it's that time of year where it starts to get a little bit warm and air conditioners start to run, and this is that time of year when people really need to make sure that their air conditioning system is ready to go for the season. But I was wondering if one of you guys could tell us what percentage of households out there actually do maintenance on their system to get it ready for the season?
Well, it's a little disheartening, but my personal opinion on this is there's approximately 20% of households out there that actually do any kind of preventative maintenance. And if they would just do simple little things or just have a very inexpensive maintenance contract on their home, they could save themselves thousands and thousands every year just by simply cleaning things and having things tuned up to where they're supposed to run like they're designed to by the manufacturer.
Wow, that's even like smaller than the number of men who go in for an annual health check.
Right.
Absolutely.
Hey, Robert, let me ask you real quickly. Tell us a little bit about the geographical area that you guys cover.
Basically, we service the Spring, Northwest Houston, Woodlands, and pretty much all over. But that's where we base out of primarily, especially for residential.
Got it. Go ahead there. Your next question?
Yes, Robert, you're the service manager, so I think I'll ask you this question. What tasks are supposed to be performed when your AC company shows up to do a preventive maintenance visit?
Basically, we come out and make sure that everything is clean as far as your condenser coils, your evaporator coils. There's no dirty filters left in the system from months and months. That's a big thing, too, making sure that your return air filters are clean. We double-check electrical contacts, all the moving parts, fan motors, make sure that everything is operating the way that the manufacturer intended it to for the best efficiency.
So, Brian, why is preventive maintenance necessary?
It's necessary to keep your pocketbook tight. If you don't want to spend a lot of money over the year, then do that initial cleaning, do that initial setup, and make sure that you're good to go for the remainder of the year. I mean, if you run your car 5,000 miles over when you were supposed to get the oil change, it's not good. It's the same thing when you do that for your air conditioning.
So what about warranties? Does it affect your warranty if you don't do proper maintenance on your system?
It can definitely affect your warranty if you do not do proper maintenance. We have to report the problems that we find in the field to the manufacturer, and then they determine if they want to cover that warranty or not. And it's completely in their hands. It's out of our hands. We have to be upfront and honest about it, and if we find something that's been neglected, then we have to let them know about that.
Do you want to mention real quickly the website for you guys, which is prestige-ac.com. That's prestige-ac.com. We've got about a minute left, Lance.
Okay. Well, why don't you guys tell us how much a homeowner should expect to pay for a quality preventative maintenance visit?
Our maintenance plans vary based on how many systems you have, but you can have a basic average is around $200 for the whole year. And that covers 2 checkups per year, one before the spring, one before the fall. We go through your entire system. We make sure everything's nice and clean. And in the fall, we make sure everything's also safe, which is extremely important for your family.
Yeah, definitely better to have an ounce of prevention than a pound of cure, too, particularly with something. I mean, there's very few things that you own that's more expensive than your AC, except for maybe the house that the AC cools.
Right, yeah, right. You're absolutely right, Kevin. It's usually the most expensive component in the home.
Yeah, no question about it. All right, gentlemen, great stuff. Give your website one more time, Lance.
Yes, it's ssdhvac.com.
Great interview. Thanks so much, gentlemen. Enjoyed it.
Thank you very much for having us.
Have you guys done radio before?
No, sir.
You couldn't tell by listening to y'all. You did a great job. All right, when we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here does show up over there at usdailyreview.com, and this is The Price of Business.